forward, and he's pushing on the right from here as I roll back. He's going to press, I neutralize from here, I set up, and he's going to go with his left arm rolling back, if you notice. That's how it's done on the form, and that's the way the first time you learn it, you'll be that way there. So as he's attacking to my center, I'm yielding. Notice I turn 90 degrees from facing front, outward, then he turns 90 degrees out from here. So this posture is called gaze right, and this is called look left. Where his elbow is, I push him off balance just from here. He allowed his elbow come to his center, right? This is push hands, but we'll go one step further. This is called the dalu, and we'll do it formally first. So I think so, that's
forward, right foot goes directly forward to the south. Yeah. Forward foot back. Step down, punch. Step down, punch. Yeah. Forward split. Yeah. Belly moving your shuttle. Come back, step back. Down. Come in and chop with this. You block down. White crane spread his wings. Right, and kick. And down. Spring back. Come in, you glide back from here, grab my wrist from underneath, and hammer, yes, and hammer. You step forward with the right, with the left, come in, separate both arms, and Hasariuchi, punch, I push your right leg should be forward at this point, and I come around, you step out to the middle with your left foot, with the right foot behind yourself, and as I push from here, you grab my wrist up from underneath, grab the wrist from here, come up and break the arm, and I slide out of it. I push, you shift back, separate my arm from underneath, and slap to the head. I defend this slowly. I push, you come in an elbow stroke. Here, I push from here. You advance and join hands from here. Right, here. From here, step forward and push. Yes, one. Here, press. Here, I push, and then again, you push, press, I push, you press, gone. You step back, change hands, yes, good. Here, one, here, down,
2. 1 here. Step back and circle, all around, and then around, and again, yours underneath here. Down. Reverse it. You sweep my hand up. I sweep your hand off. You sweep my hand up from here. I step and split here. Right? Step around, turn around and hammer. Right. You remember here. I'm a strike tiger. You come around and you pull back here. Pull back underneath. Yes. As I step up with my right, you step up with your left. As I shoulder stroke, you shift back. Press against my shoulder, both hands. I open your hands. You step up with your right foot. Turn as I try to strike with my shoulder here. There are 215 moves on this side when you're doing just one side. When someone is doing both sides together, it's 410 moves. So this goes on and on and on. But what this is all about here is, for instance, he's going to step forward and chop, and step forward and chop with this. So as he comes in, I intercept, and immediately I want to press his arm. But if he's good, he's going to step up and shoulder stroke and catch me sitting there. Right? This is what's going on as you see it. So if he comes forward and chop with fist, I intercept. Immediately I'm going to catch his arm, but if he neutralizes it, then he comes up to shoulder stroke, I pull him to the side. Notice how his shoulder goes right, bumps against me. I'm going to push and slap him to the face, but he's going to step in and spin and pull me out of it here. And he traps my arm. But as he traps my arm, if I bend my elbow, I'm not there anymore. Right? So look where he is, here. But what he's going to do is pull my elbow in the direction that I'm attacking. As he lifts his left foot up off the ground, he's not going to be here anymore. Notice where he is, right to the side. Now my toe is pointing where he was. I have to redirect that toe as he steps down and push me and I move it out of the way. I'm going to pull him off balance. He steps in and out and catches me. Hey. Right? So it's a matter of setting yourself up, neutralizing, catching a person in a bad position, neutralizing that, and then converting it back to an attack. After a while, you walk in supermarkets, you walk in bars and department stores, people bumping into you at work, and one guy, he lost his balance, he reached out to videotape of him doing so. As he aged, came to the United States, I have a tape of him doing it in New York in the 60s. Master Leon was teaching me in the 70s, he went to China, came back, and I have a videotape of him teaching someone in the 80s as well as in the 90s. I've watched a number of generations. His form deteriorated to a point where they were just dancing. And one of the things I did with the research and the study and everything else I had, I restored the form to very, very near combat level, right? And from that point, this is what we have. Master Leon has seen it when he moved to California. Son said he moved here. When he moved to California, I went and showed him what I've done with the form. He was impressed, right? I also sent it to Nick Serio, and coincidentally, the little guy that I did the form with was 13 or 14 years old at the time, right? And I taught him Tai Chi. He's been with me since he was a little part. And he's a third-degree black belt. He made third-degree black belt at the age of 15. He's the most knowledgeable person of Tenchi KENPO, mainly because he's with me every day-ish, right? He teaches. But for a little guy, you met Krishna?
Yeah, when I was younger.
Yeah, he was very young then.
Is he still active though?
No, he's in the Marines now.
Oh, he is?